1, 2.
Hello students, welcome back to our lesson in maths where we were learning about algebra, and today we want to learn about factorization by grouping, and later on we look at algebraic fractions. Remember last time we were looking at removing brackets. And we were saying when you remove a bracket, you are simply doing a simplification. And we also say that you can form a bracket. And when you form a bracket, you are factorizing. Now today we want to look at factorization by grouping. Factorization by grouping. And we realize the other time we had a sum like the one displayed there, 3ab plus 2b. 3ab plus 2b. It does not have a bracket, but we can create a bracket. If we look at it keenly, we can see that there is a common term. 3a plus 2b, there is a common term, and the common term in this case, 3a plus 3ab plus 2b. The common term is b. The common term is b. So we can create a bracket which we are calling factorization by taking the common outside the bracket, b, and inside the bracket we remain with 3a plus 2. Now looking at the other one, b, we have 3c a plus 2c. 3ca plus 2c. And this one can also give us a common term, and the common term in this case is c. So you can take c outside the bracket, we remain with 3a plus 2 inside the bracket. Now, if you look at the term inside the bracket, 3a plus 2, for both of them, they are actually the same. And we say that one is also common. Now, suppose we are given a whole of this sum together. We are given all these together, 3ab plus 2a plus 3ca plus 2c. Now suppose we are given all that together as one sum and we are told to simplify it. Then we can do the simplification for that by grouping. We can see that the first two terms can form one group, can form the first group. Why? Because we have a common term in those first two terms. The second two terms can also form a second group. Why? Because we also have a common term in those last two terms. Now, if we factorize them, if we factorize the first group, as it has been given here, the first group will be factorized by taking b outside the bracket, so it gives us b. Inside the bracket you have 3a plus 2b. So the first group we will get b outside the bracket. Inside the bracket you have 3a plus 2. The second group, we have c as the common term, so we can take c outside the bracket. inside the bracket we remain with 3a plus 2. So the addition is still there, the plus is still there, so plus c 3a plus 2. Now we have factorized them by grouping. We have factorized the first group and then we have factorized the second group. But then the other thing is, in the first group 3a plus 2 appears. In the second group we also have 3a plus 2 which is also appearing, which again forms another common term. It is common in both. 3a plus 2 is common in both the two groups. So we can take that one outside again the bracket. We can take it outside the bracket, 3a plus 2 outside the bracket. And remember, inside the bracket, for the first term we will remain with b, and in the second term we will remain with c plus c plus c. So when we do that, we have factorized by grouping. We have done the factorization by grouping. And we can see now the final answer that we are getting is 3a plus 2 inside one bracket, then b plus c inside the second bracket. And this is good enough. This is good enough. We can do that even in other sums that we are given to make the same factorization by grouping. Now look at this. Look at this. Suppose we have ab plus bx minus ax minus x, and we need to factorize that one by grouping. How do we go about it? How do we go about that? The first thing we need to do is to select the groups. Select the groups. Look at the first two terms. Do they form a group? Do they have a common term? If they have, then that can form a group. Look at the second two, the last two terms. The last two terms. Do they have a common term? If they have, then they can also form a group. And this is how it goes. The first two terms a b plus bx. The first two terms a b plus bx, they have a common term, and the common term there is b. So we can factorize b outside the bracket. B can be taken outside the bracket, and inside the bracket we will remain with a and plus x. We remain with a plus x, because that one has a common term and therefore that can form a group. The second two terms, which is minus a minus x, there is a common term here and a hidden common term. The common term here is 1. We have 1 here, and we also have 1 here. So in other words, we are having minus 1a minus 1x, minus 1a minus 1x, and therefore 1 becomes the common term. So we can take that minus 1 outside the bracket. So inside the bracket for this, if we take the minus 1, then we are remaining with plus a. We are remaining with plus a, which we can write it as a. If we take minus 1 in the second term, then we are remaining again with plus x, plus x, plus x. So in other words, our final factorization for that second two terms becomes minus a minus 1 outside the bracket. Inside the bracket you have a plus x. And so if we combine all that sum and factorize it together, we are now getting ab plus bx minus a minus x. This is going to be equal to, now taking those groups which we have factorized. The first group has been factorized as b in bracket a, b in bracket a plus x. In the second group, we have factorized it as minus 1 in bracket a plus x, minus 1 in bracket a plus x. Now, we have factorized the two groups. But again, if you look at the final factorization, the way we have factorized the two groups, a plus x appears in both the two groups again, and therefore a plus x becomes another common term, another extended common term. So we can take that one outside the bracket. A plus x can be taken outside the bracket. A plus x can be taken outside the bracket. Inside the bracket for the first term we are going to have b remaining. Inside the bracket we remain with b, and the other one in the second term we remain with minus 1. Minus 1. And therefore we have finally factorized the whole of that sum. Now remember that after factorizing in groups, our final answer should not have a plus between the two factors that we have obtained. There will be no plus between or minus between the two factors that we have formed. Instead, between them is simply a multiplication. And that is why we put the first bracket adjacent to the second bracket, meaning that between the two brackets there is a multiplication. We can go ahead. And look at algebraic fraction, the second subtopic that we wanted to look at. And then after that, we look at some problems that we are going to give you. And I'm sure that the problems that we are going to give you will be very easy if we take all this into consideration.